breeds anger? 3509. I'm going to start out with a couple of verses from the New Testament. First of them is James 1:19. Let's see here. Here we go. My dear brothers, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. For man's anger does not bring about the righteous life that God desires. Therefore, get rid of all moral filth and evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. This is really deep. Then there's Ephesians. If I can find it again, my bookmark fell out. Let's see, Ephesians 4:26 and 27. Okay. In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold. He who has been stealing must steal no longer, but must work in doing something useful with his hands, that he may have something to share with those in need. Now there's a couple of interesting things here. First of them is James and Paul in Ephesians was telling us that God doesn't want us to be angry, or if we become angry, to find a way to disarm it. Now, what's ironic about this is that in Ephesians, Paul was talking about Satan getting a foothold. Now, how do you think that is? Well, when you're angry, you're not thinking with love. You're not thinking with compassion. You're not letting it go. You're hurting yourself, and you might possibly hurt somebody else, which is definitely not what Jesus wanted us to do. The hurting ourselves part is very deep. It wasn't mentioned in the Bible, but now we understand that anger creates a lot of feedback reactions in our body. It's sort of a fight or flight situation where our body is flooded with a lot of hormones that are just fine for helping us survive, a saber-toothed tiger attack or a run-in with a car wreck, but they're not good if you make them chronic. And when you hold anger close to your heart and you feed it and you nurture it, then you're keeping the anger. And you're keeping those hormone levels at a dangerous level for you. The stress hormones that are produced have long-lasting effects with memory. You don't remember things properly. Your brain ages twice as fast. Your heart is put under a lot of stress. So are your blood vessels. Even though you might not have high blood pressure, your blood vessels are dealing with a situation they think is an immediate threat to their life. So God, through the apostles, was trying to explain to us that anger is counterproductive. It's bad for us. That's enlightened self-interest. So if we want to stay healthy, we should let anger go. But it's also wrong as far as God's concerned. God doesn't want His children to fight. He doesn't want us to be angry with each other. When you become angry with somebody, there are lots of things that you can do. You can walk away. If you walk away, let it go. If somebody has hurt your feelings, you can emotionally walk away and let it go. If it is a situation you can't walk away from, find a way out of the situation, even if it means cutting your ties. I have seen aggressive and abusive relationships that basically keep the stress hormone and anger constantly stoked and fed. It's like a fire that consumes you, and it's your body and your soul that it is consuming. Satan's real happy about that. So, what I suggest is that when you have a problem with anger, find something to do that doesn't make you angry. Get away from the situation. Remove yourself from the person or thing or situation that is making you angry. If it is a short-term anger, try not to feed it so that it becomes a long-term anger. I mean, I understand if you get angry because somebody kicks a dog in your presence, but don't, after you've solved the situation and you've convinced this person never to kick their dog again, go home and let it go. Because you can always react again with anger if you have to. But you don't have to keep it in your heart all the time. For your own good and for your soul's good. For your representation of yourself through God's eyes. Let the anger go. There are a lot of stress reduction techniques that you can use. They have lots of things like biofeedback. I used to beat up a beanbag chair. It helped a lot. But do something to relieve your stress, anxiety, and anger. And when you do this, you're going to be healthier and you'll be in a better state of mind and frame of mind to help other people, because you're not going to be harboring this resentment, this chip on your shoulder. God bless the whole world, no exceptions. Angel